Hey everyone, and welcome back to the JKW Woodworks channel. Today we're going to be talking about these products what I have in my hand. This is pre-stain or wood conditioner. These are both oil-based and they're meant for oil-based stains. So we're going to give these a shot. We're going to do multiple tests to see whether or not they do work. One is a Varathane and the other one is a MINWAX. Varathane you can find at Home Depot. MINWAX you can find at many other retailers. Both of these products I was able to get off of Amazon for around $15 to $17. I'll put the link in the bottom of this video.
So as you can see today, we got some test pieces. Over here we have pine, and then right here we have oak. So hardwood, softwood. We also have here end grain, because I want to see how that works with the end grain itself. For our stains, we're going to be using Old Master Gel Stain, and then we're going to be using some Varathane Oil Premium Stain. We also have terry cloths, and this is how we're going to apply them. These you can get picked up at Harbor Freight. So for the test, I have it marked right here, Varathane, Mini, and then none. We'll have it controlled where we don't do anything. We got gel on this one. On this one's going to be the same deal with oil. And then I've seen a lot of people use water for their pre-stain, which I've never tried, but I thought we'd give it a shot. So we got this too for the gel and the oil as well. And then on this side, we're going to have one for the gel, one for the oil, and then this one's going to have a little bit of everything.
So here we're going to be wiping the pre-stain on. The instructions say to wipe this on and wait 5 to 10 minutes before wiping off the excess. So we're going to do that. Now pre-stain is supposed to help fill in the pores so that when you apply the stain itself, it's a more consistent and even color. After about 10 minutes, we decided to wipe it off, and as you can see, it's very dry. Most of it is evaporated or been soaked into the pores itself. Now we're going to start with the gel stain. Gel stain has quickly become my favorite stain. Before, when I wasn't using pre-stain conditioner, this already gave me a very consistent stain color. And that's why we wanted to try it with gel stain. Gel stain is a little bit more expensive than your average oil-based or water-based stain. That's why we want to see if the premium that you pay for gel stain makes a difference. Next we're going to move on to the black cherry stain. This is one of my favorite stain colors. It's very vibrant, just an amazing color. We're going to apply this. It's very easy to apply. And then we're going to wait about 5 minutes to let it dry before we wipe off the excess. This is a fast drying stain, so that's why you only have to wait a limited amount of time. So looking at the after staining effect, pre-stain condition just makes it much more consistent. As you can see here, water makes it very dark, where this is much more consistent, a lighter color. Looking on this with the black cherry, very consistent here, dark here. There are some dark spots here, but even with the knot, it's very consistent. And then a little bit darker, not as consistent. The water, as you can see here, very dark and light. So, pre-stain does work on pine and softwoods pretty well. Now let's move on to the hardwood portion. For the hardwood, we're going to be using oak And something that I've noticed when we go to big box stores to buy stains is they typically have sample pieces. And for the sample pieces, for the softwood, they use pine, and for the hardwood, they use oak. So I thought we would try the same. Now this is going to be the same process. We'll apply it, we'll wait about 10 minutes, and then we'll wipe off the excess. So now the coloring is going to be off just a little bit because I put water on both sides of the board when I should have just put on one side of the board. So that's why the colors are going to be different on one end of the board. And if you notice those squares that we have for the end grain, those are spare squares that we had from our previous video where we made that cutting board. If you're curious to see how we made that cutting board, I'm going to put the link to the video in the top right of this video. Now, when looking at the hardwood, the pre-stain didn't really make much of a difference for the gel stain. As you can see, it's much more consistent than with nothing there. The water is a little bit darker, but other than that, the gel stain, there's not much of a difference. Where it did make a difference was with the black cherry or oil stain. As you can see, very consistent here, dark, dark. So if you're going to be using hardwood and oil stains, this is necessary. And then looking at the end grain, made absolutely no difference whether you used it or not. It's just very dark. You can almost see absolutely nothing. So pre-stain doesn't even affect the end grain at all. So when it's all said and done, this is what we got. So is pre-stain worth it? In my personal opinion, absolutely. But it depends on what type of wood you're using. As you can see here, it makes a huge difference on the pine or softwoods. Not a huge difference in the hardwoods unless you're using oil stain. So according to this, it prevents blotchiness and assures an even color. And I would have to agree. This Varathane, in my opinion, is the better one out of the two. I saw more consistent looks throughout the entire deal. We just want to say thank you for everyone taking the time out of your day to watch this video. We appreciate it. Let us know in the comments below which one you preferred, whether you think pre-stain is worth it or not.